next guest wowed us. Oh, crikey, I'm going to tell her how long ago it was. On the X Factor, almost 20 years ago. Obviously, she's since become beloved, a part of the Loose Women panel, but now she's taken a brand new challenge.
That's right. Brenda Edwards is becoming a director for the UK tour of Hairspray, the musical, after starring in 3 tours herself.
Yeah, that's not all, though. She's also discovered an incredible new talent, Ndegwa, who's stepping into the role of Motormouth Mabel. And both of them join us today. Lovely to see you both. Congratulations, firstly, Michelle, on the opportunity.
Yes.
We know Brenda, we know her inside out. I've known her for years. And I'm excited that she's now going to be the boss. But tell us a little bit about your experience, because you did the open auditions. Brenda decided she wanted to honour a bit of Jamal.
Yeah,
doing the
and I came from an open audition with X Factor.
X Factor.
Yeah.
What was that experience like for you doing the open auditions for Hairspray?
Honestly, it was quite daunting, but I went there thinking I'm not going to get it. I just thought, you know, everyone go to these things, but let me get some audition practice. Let me just start, because I've always wanted to do it. So let me actually just start the ball rolling by just getting some practice in. And that was it.
But
Out of 3,000 people.
3,000?
Yeah.
Wow. But you've sung before, you've sung with the Gorillas, you've sung professionally.
You've got some form.
Yes. I've been doing BVs for years now, for different artists, and I love it. I still do love it, but I want to just do something different for myself.
And the idea of a musical, then, that was the thing that you hadn't necessarily done. So what was your thinking when you... Was it just... It genuinely was, do you know what, this would be an amazing experience. I'll probably meet some great people. Brenda might be there, and that's it. You weren't expecting anything more than that, Michelle?
That's it. Honestly, that's it. I said, let me just give it a go. Honestly, just give it a go.
And so when you found out you got the part, how did that feel?
Overwhelming. I just couldn't believe it. I was so grateful. And these things never really happen, you know, those open cast calls where you get that opportunity. So it felt like, you know what, I gave myself a chance and something came of it, do you know what I mean?
Amazing.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting what Michelle just said there, where she said, these things don't happen. They don't just throw the doors open and go, come to an open audition.
Not in musical theatre world.
And yet this was so important for you, Brenda, because of Jamal too.
Absolutely. Jamal was always about giving opportunities and giving chances to people who would not necessarily have that. And musical theatre world, it's so competitive, and it's there's so many people that want to get into there. So I just wanted to give a chance to somebody that would not... Because if you haven't got an agent, you can't really get onto shows. If you haven't got a manager...
Chicken and egg.
It is. It very much is. And so, yeah, this is to honour Jamal's legacy, to do that. And it's just amazing that the Hairspray producers were up for it. They've been so supportive from when I started, which is why it was just an honour when they asked me to do this, that I was like, oh, my gosh, OK.
Yes, by the way, directing, being the boss.
I mean, that's a proper...
I mean, can we just have a moment for that?
It's a bit grown-up, isn't it?
Very grown-up.
Yeah.
The responsibility, how's that all going? Actually, Michelle, how's that all going?
I'm not going to say, I'll tell you that.
How's that, I mean...
It's really, it's a lot, and it's nice to be learning something new. There's another bow to my, another string to my bow. And, you know, because you're in charge of this, there's singing, there's dancing, there's LX, there's stage management backstage. It's all of it. And then there's the cast who are entrusting you to help them to tell this story, which is such an important story.
And even more so now.
Well, yeah, unfortunately, there's so much... You know, there's so much inequalities in the world now, and Hairspray, I think, was before its time in the story, that it's, you know, just talking about people that are smiling through the face of adversity and keeping on and being determined.
Yes.
And it is about having that self-belief, which is, again, what Jamal was all about, self-belief.
And it's so interesting how your role has kind of changed, but you've just not been able to let it go. You've been... Was it 10 years? Some way, shape or form.
2015 is when I started on the first production. And then up until 2022 was the last time that I was,
What is it?
Coming back to it.
What is it about this musical that you're just like...
Hairspray is a fantastic musical. The music and the lyrics by Mark Shaman, who is amazing. They're phenomenal words, and it's a very poignant show, and it's very relevant, as I say, to today. So, you know, while we have to keep getting that message through, I will be there to deliver that message. Or should I say, Michelle will?
Michelle will be.
Brilliant.
Via you. It's a lot, but there's also a day job as well.
Yeah.
I know you're leaving here and
I'm going to Loose in a minute, yes.
The Loose Girls.
I'm not stopping what I'm doing. It's, you know, I'm multitasking.
Juggling.
And managing that. But so the rumours about you leaving, or you live...
Absolutely not. No, unless there's something I don't know about.
OK.
But no, I'm
Lee's
going
just
nowhere.
got something to share.
Ben, you're naughty.
She doesn't. What I didn't realise, though, because it always feels like such a great fit, Brenda, you and musical theatre, because you're so brilliant at it. You've had so many amazing opportunities. But actually, it was Sharon. It came through the Chicago producers when you were doing X Factor via Sharon that you ended up in this world.
Exactly. And it is a world that I always wanted to be in. But again, I never had an agent. I didn't know how to get an agent. And so I just kept doing my thing and going for different things that were in Spotlight and things like that. But I'd never get my foot in the door. Yeah. And so, you know, it was Sharon that gave me this opportunity, and I'm literally running with it while I can.
Why not? And it's such a unique experience as well, I feel. Like, it's almost like being in a pressure cooker. Do you still keep in touch with everybody else who...
Ben?
Yeah. I went round to their house to tell the family. Yeah, when Brenda had got through. Yeah. I got to go round and actually tell... I was there when Brenda told the family.
Yeah, and it was such an emotional moment. It was amazing. And, you know, obviously, when Ben still was in touch with Jamal and myself. Kate, still in touch with Kate Thornton. Yeah. Still in touch with Fleur, obviously. Yeah. Fleur East, Andy Abraham, Chico.
It was a great year.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and Shane. I'm still in touch with Shane too. So
what I love as well, though, Michelle, is if you've done BVs for a long time, as you were saying, suddenly you got one of the lead roles in Hairspray, so suddenly it's going to be you emulating the sort of thing that Brenda's managed to do and sort of get there. How do you feel about the fact that you're going to be getting your chance now as well?
I'm excited. I'm grateful. And honestly, I just want to let anyone know that it can happen for you. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can walk into an open cast call and think you're not going to get it, and then get it, and everything changes.
Give it a go.
What I mean?
Absolutely.
Well, you're on tour from the 16th of July to April 2025. Rehearsals all good?
Wait, hold on. 16th of July, it's only a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
I know.
All good?
I mean, we go into Tech Week next week. Let's not talk about that.
Right now.
It's something fabulous. It's an amazing cast, I have to say.
Well, look, you're going to go via our rosé wine setup over there. The thinking drinkers are getting ready to taste.
Oh, nice.
Then we have
I didn't even see that back there.
You got to be ready as you go and see the girls. We're going to count the bottles before you leave the studio.
We'll get you a to-go.
Sounds lovely.
Thank you both for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
I can't wait to see how the tour goes as well. It's going to be awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.